I look a little bald because my hair is slicked back for the guys, ladies. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out with primer. For that, I'm using my Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Illuminate, so it has more of a purpley, pinky undertone, so it's going to give me more of a sheen look to my face. So I'm going to go ahead and rub that in to the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and put some lip balm on. If you watch my July favorites, you know my favorite of all time is the Carmax. I love this because it's nice and thick, and I do get pretty dry lips a lot, so this just helps fix that. Okay, I'm going to do something different. I normally start out with my eyes, but I'm going to do kind of the base first, like my foundation and concealer and all that, and then I'm going to jump into the eyes. So for my foundation, I'm actually going to mix two. I'm taking the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in N4 Natural Buff Beige, and then I'm going to take my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin foundation in 30 Warm Nude. I'm going to mix these two and apply it onto my face. Because all of you can tell, I know it, I need a little bit more coverage. I'm going to take my Almay CC concealer and brightener. I'm going to take the concealer side. This is in the color 20 Light Medium. And I'm just going to conceal some of the areas that I have hyperpigmentation, and then some of the redness also into my skin. With concealer to brighten up the face. For that, I'm taking my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is in the color Light Pale, and this is just going to go everywhere because I like a nice intense highlight. I feel like it just picks my face up because I do have like bigger cheeks, so they tend to like, I feel like they tend to drag my face, so that's why highlighting and contour is like my favorite thing to do. So yeah. So, since I am working with darker shadows today, I'm going to bake today to also set my under eye concealer, and I'm going to do a little bit powder like on my nose and in between my brows and my nose and on my chin just to set it. But underneath the eyes, I'm going to do the baking. So then this way when I'm working with the darker shadows, they don't fall onto the concealer. They fall onto the powder, so then when I wipe it away, I wipe off all the fallout and everything. Now, for that, I'm going to take my Airspun Loose Face Powder. Letting that set a little bit onto the nose and my forehead and chin, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my brows. Now, for my brows today, I use my Salon Perfect Brow Pomade. This is in dark brown. I look so crazy right now with all this powder on my face. But it's okay. It's worth it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dust away the powder that's like on my chin, on my nose. That sounded weird. On my nose. So, for my eyes, I'm going to start out by priming them. I always prime my eyes with a concealer. So, for that, I'm taking my Hard Candy Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer. I'm just putting a teensy bit onto the eyes. Set the concealer on my eyelids. For that, I'm taking my Revlon Age Defying powder in 15 medium, and I'm going to use this so the concealer doesn't crease up onto the eyelids. Like, I think it's a mosquito flying around my bedroom right now, and I want to kill it so bad, but it keeps moving. For the transition for my eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my E.L.F. bronzer palette. Looks like these. So for the first color, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to just sit this color basically everywhere. But I'm going to really mainly focus this above the crease. to really warm up the look, I'm going to now go into my E.L.F. blush palette. And I'm going to pick up this nice, like, orangey tangerine tone right here. I don't know, I hope the mirror wasn't, like, blinding y'all. And I'm going to really focus this color into the crease. Now, I'm going to go into my Tarte Tartelette palette. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I own because I love purples, and then obviously I love the neutrals. And these neutrals range from like warm undertones to more cool undertones, like these two right here mainly, which this one right here is like my favorite shade of life. This is called Power Play. But the shadow that I am going into today is this nice deep purpley shade. This is called Bombshell, and what I'm going to do is I'm not going to directly sit this onto the lid. I'm going to start out with it most pigmented onto my lower lash line and then kind of blend it upward, so it kind of gives that ombre effect to it. So I'm going to go back into that tangerine shade, and I'm just going to blend it down just a teensy bit. I'm just going to go back in with a big old blendy brush and just blend it all so it just looks nice and doesn't have harsh lines. I'm doing that because my camera cut off right when I said that. Now I'm just going to dust away all of the powder down here. But I do want to sharpen it up just a teensy bit. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go back into the Almay CC Concealer Plus Brightener. I'm going to pick up the concealer side again. And I'm going to go along the side of the shadow just to give it a nice, more sharp, defined look. I'm going to add about 1,000 coats of mascara. For that, I'm taking my L'Oreal Voluminous False Fiber Lash and just coat the lashes. I think before I do that, I want to go ahead and do my lower lash line just so I can do my lower lashes as well. So for my lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back into the E.L.F. bronzer palette, and I'm going to use the same transition shade right here that I used onto my lid. And I'm going to go ahead and smoke it onto the lower lash line because I love a good definition on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the same purple that I used onto the lid, and I'm just going to tightly put that on. If I go back into focus, there we go. I'm going to tightly put that on the lower lash line. The eyes up just a little bit more, and for that I'm taking my Rimmel Extravagant Liner in the nude. It's a nude liner that I'm going to place on my waterline. Now we're going to go ahead and go into mascara.
For the rest of your life, we need a decision, which I thought we'd already made, but regardless, we have to prep for a minute.
So white, and I think it's because I need some color. So for that. So for bronzer, I'm taking my Rimmel Natural Bronze in 022 Sun Bronze. I haven't used this bronzer in a long time, so I'm excited to jump back and use it again. Done with warming in my face, I'm going to go back and I'm going to sculpt the face, and for that I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Coloricon contouring palette in Caramel Toffee, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. I really like this shade for like sculpting out my face because it has like that grayer undertone, so it's really not going to give me like any orange or anything, and it's just going to really help give me the right amount of shadow I want on my cheeks and to help lift them up a lot more. Some of it have been brought down. I'm going to go back into the Airspun loose face powder, and I'm going to go ahead and bake a little bit more down there. It's baking down there for a little bit. I'm going to go in with blush. For my blush, I'm taking my MAC blush in Love Cloud, and I almost bring that also into the bronzer. Now that I have my blush on, I'm going to wipe away this extra powder down here. See how my face looks a lot more carved out. Then for my highlight, I'm taking Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in E.L.F. Take the same highlighter, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone and my inner tear duct with it also. For lips, I had a hard time picking out these lips because I didn't want to do a nude lip and I didn't want to do a purple lip, so I went between like a pinkish coral type of lip. So I'm mixing two lip. I'm using the Rimmel Kate lip gloss lipstick in 104, which looks like this, and then over top I'm gonna put this Rimmel Show Off lip lacquer, and this is in the color Luna. So we're gonna see how this turns out like with my skin tone mainly. So the lipstick is obviously a little bit darker, and I want to lighten it up with that lip gloss. So I would get like this is the time where like I put a nice shirt on, but I'm kind of so lazy, but it's okay. You guys here to see the makeup anyways. But this is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Go ahead and leave a comment below if you want to say, hey, what's good, what's poppin', how you doing, shawty, whatever, and I will see you all in my next video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you beautiful, beautiful people in my next video. Bye, everyone.